Shall we begin the session now? Very good evening, one and all present here. Today we are going to have a wonderful presentation on the topic called parenting for next generation. I think it is a difficult task for many of the parents, even though they were well educated and they may study different articles and they learn from other members when it comes to their family. And many of the parents of the present generation, especially like me, there are many parents are struggling for parenting components. And today with us an eminent coach and counselor. She's going to present a topic on that parenting for next generation. I welcome on behalf of the Department of Psychology, American College, and all other associating institutions like Madras School of Social Work, Chennai, Tamil Nadu Career Counselor Association, Tamil Nadu Counselors and Psychotherapists Association, and Red Point Education and Psychology Research Center, and Red Counseling Center. I welcome today's speaker, as well as all the participants and my core team members for today's webinar session. We are very eagerly waiting for you. Listen from you, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. Good evening to one and all over here. Thank you for joining the session. And thank you so much, sir, for giving this platform. Thank you so much. I would like to start my presentation. So welcome, parents. Parenting is always a easy thing when it comes to as a parents. When we talk about parenting, all of us are very well versed, but are we really, is my very first question to all the parents over here. As we get the news that we are going to be parents, we start preparing ourselves. But when it is actual time, when our children starts growing up, we forget what actual parenting is, and then we become the commander. More than being a parent, we start behaving like a commander. We always command our children. We don't talk to our children. We never communicate. If you sit for 2 minutes right now in the session and go through, reverse yourself, the time you have spent with your children, take at least a day or something and have a flashback of it. Most of the time, you will notice we have always commanded our children, do this, don't do this, get this, don't get this, sit here, stand up, come with me. So we command our children. We never communicate with our children. So there is the very first place where the parenting is demolished. We are no more parents. We become a commander. We always command our children. So the very first thing as a parent, as you and me as well, we have to change is we have to start communicating with our children. We shouldn't command to them. We should talk to them. Why are we calling them? What are they supposed to do? Why are they are not supposed to do? Everything has a reason, right? We simply do not keep ordering them. We have something behind it. Explain it to them. Talk to them. That is what the parenting lacks. Nowadays, parent keeps coming to us as to counselors, to psychologists, only complaining about they are not listening to us. If somebody commands us day and night, do we listen? We will not. We will not continue listening to them as well. We will think, why are they ordering us? Why should I listen? Same thing happens with the children. Over a time, our ordering and our commanding is like for them, it is too much to handle. It's like, even if I'll do, my parents are going to complain. If I'm not going to do, they are going to complain. They are always ordering. They sometimes, if they are willing, they will listen to my things. If they are not willing, they will not listen to my things. So they start developing their own world, their own feeling towards the parent. And that is where the parenting and children, the relationship between them ruptures. And the second thing, which is very most important in parenting, is we bring children to our level. For us, everything is so simple because we are grown up, almost 25 plus when we become parent for first time. So we know those things are very simple and easy. So we say, so it's so easy. Bring it like that. Bring it fast. How long does it take? Put it here. Keep it here. How long you are taking? But when we order a 4-year child who is in his own world doing his something else, and we order them to do it as fast as we think, and if they are not able to do it, we get so annoyed. We get angry. we really feel annoying at them. We start shouting on them. What is this? It is so easy. You can't do it. But it is not like right. We have to go to their age. We have to give them their age appropriate activities, give them the time which an actual child needs, and then wait for some time. The work has to be done accordingly. And still, if they take more time, then we have to, go and tell them, no, this has to be supposed to be done in shorter while. You can do it, buddy. Don't worry. That is how the normal parenting, a good bonding between a parent and child starts. So it like in spite of overburdening them with your own commands and your level of expectations, always go down to their level, and most of your problems will solve then and there. We will always relate to them instead of being always a super senior, having wearing the horns of parents. Oh, I know everything. I am your mother. I know better than you. I have come before than you in this world. Right, Mama? You are always right. You are correct. You are elder to me. You know more better than me. But I am small. That is not my mistake, right? That is what every child wants to tell to their parents. So parenting differs for different age groups, children. It's like when we start with infants, we care them, we pamper them so much, we give them so much of love, so much of care, so much of affection. We spend so much of time with them because they are very, very delicate, right? So we handle them with so much of care. And once they start growing, what we do? We start parting ways with them. Initially, mother used to give 3 hours, whole day to the child. For 3 months, 6 months, mother and father and entire family will be so close to the child because the child will be so bubbly, so cute, like you feel like playing with the child. And once the child starts growing, you get busy with your world. You start joining back to your office, you have your certain works and duties, and everything keeps going on. And the connection and the love and affection definitely starts reducing because we start considering them as grown up kids now. Do it by yourself, learn it by yourself. That is so easy. Why can't you do it? That is what we start and we expect our children to do. So I would like to say very few things like which the child expects and what the parent are supposed to do according to the age groups. So I have already mentioned for infants, it's like very good pampering, being with them, watching them out, everything. When the child enters to the toddler, that is like from 2 years till 5 years, over that time the basic things has to be taught to the child, like right from sitting, walking, talking, communicating, understanding language, understanding emotions, reverting with the emotions, feelings, and then slowly taking them to the real life schooling, the studies, the books, the concepts. All these things come under toddlers. So how are you supposed to communicate with your child when your child is in the toddler's age? Over there, you have to do activity along with your child as if you're learning it. We cannot give them pencil or a slate and give them the things and show them write a, write a, write a. No, that is absolutely wrong. We are not supposed to do that. We have to sit along and we have to help them tracing it. It's like a slanting lines, flipping line. It is number one. Everything we have to do it along with them. So all the activities, whatever you want your child to learn, you have to learn it along. Don't just give it away or like give it the burden on the teachers. Like teacher and it is between the student, not between me and my child. No, you have to involve yourself equally as you were giving importance to your same infant baby. So this is the toddler activity. When the child is growing up, like 5 to 8 years, he's in teens. He would have learned all the basic concepts. Some children would have definitely will be lagging. They might be having some difficulties and disabilities related to studies or to their body or anything. But that is okay. You need to help your child. You need to find out if they are lacking, if something is not okay. For that, you need not shout them, you need not pressure them, you need not force them to come to the level. No, you have to work on it. Like, what is making them not to do okay? Why are they still lagging behind? Am I giving it enough? Something is missing. Accordingly, you have to approach to the schools or to the appropriate persons like the psychologists, like the special educators, and get the things worked out. Because during the teen age, until they turn 8, you still have time to help your child to find it out if something is not okay in your child. So it doesn't mean to say like all the parents over here should go back to your children and start noting down. No, no, it's not. As a parent, whenever every day you'll be spending time, and now it is since more than a year online, you are at home more than a teacher. Now 24 into 7, you are with your child. So you would have observed your children. Observe your child and make a note of it. If you find something for continuous number of days, if it is not okay, some sudden change in the behavior, then bring it to notice, take them to appropriate person. So at teens level, you can definitely find it out. You can frame a plan and help your child to come to age level. Adolescence age is the most important age group. At that age, a parent has to play a very important role, because that is a crucial period in life of any child, because they are transforming into a child to a young adult. So many things would be happening inside them. It may be hormonal, it will be physical, it will be psychological, everything. There will be a transformation. So you have to be with them in this transformation period. Through the processing, you have to help them out. You can't just leave them and then later you come and blame them when something goes wrong, when they take up the wrong choices against your will and wishes. So help them to transit through it. So during adolescence period, you need to talk and talk. You have to listen to your children. You have to talk to your children. That is the exact time where you can be friends with your children. It's not from young age. They will be looking when they are very young. They're looking forward to you because you are that safety corner, secure corner. But when they come to adolescence, there they will find it out who is actually close to them and who are harmful to them. Right. So you can be in that good circle. So during adolescence period, this is the way you have to behave with your children. Be like how you are to your colleague, how you are to your partner. Like that way you have to treat your child. But don't give them so much of exposure to the adulthood and all. You have to go slowly and steadily. Next comes young adults. By young adults, it is like around the age of 16, 17, your child is almost ready to enter to the real world. They would have done their SLC. Now they'll come into the 11th and junior colleges. So this is where you have to give them on their career path what you want them to choose and what they want to do it. So you need to talk on it, have more conversation, come to a conclusion, decide something, and give them the glimpse of the coming life, because they are very fresh. They are out of the school life. They are no more tiny teens or nothing. They are on their own. They have their own choice set of decisions to be done. Everything is on them. So you need to help them out in that way. So you need to talk to them in such a way that they rely on you. They can depend on you. They can take your words. They can trust you. They can share with you more than they share with their friends. And finally, adults. Once we are adults, we no more go to our parents, right? We have our own set of things. We are now settled in our life. We have almost taken up our jobs. We know our careers. We would have decided to, enter into matrimony, everything. So over there, you need to be a supportive parent. Whatever your child is deciding, you have to be their backbone. Give them what they want, right? Next, what are the most basic common faced by parents? Whenever we ask whenever parent come to like, let it be a teacher or a counselor or a psychologist, what are the main basic common problems faced by parents? So very first is manners, right? Always they say they don't have manners. Somewhere something they start talking about. Why? I'll come to it. Let's just see the number of common problems faced by it, and one by one I will see why they are facing it. Right? So it is manners. Next is responsibility. Obviously, whatever they take, the main most common problem a parent would see, whatever things they are taking it, they always forget to keep it back. They don't feel responsible. Ah, mama is there, she will place it back. They just take it, place it wherever they want, and they move off. They don't take responsibility of placing it back again. Next is duty. They only feel when I grow up, when I start earning, that is where my duty starts. No, it's not right that right. Right from young age, they have certain duties towards their family, towards the house, towards the school, towards the society, towards the community, towards the world, right? So we have to teach them when they are not performing their duties. Next is taking things for granted. Obviously, when we don't take care, they start taking things for granted. They don't, care enough because everything is given them in excess. To prove ourselves, to be ourselves the best parent in the world, we give them everything before even they ask. We say, like, child is born with a golden spoon. I wonder, I've never seen a child born with a wonder spoon in real, right? We give them the golden spoon. As soon as they are born, we feed them with golden spoon. And they feel, wow, wow, where I have come to. So we don't teach them to be responsible, to be a responsible child, right? We give them everything before they ask. So they don't have enough of courtesy or gratitude for what things they have got before even they had need of it. So that is where they take things for granted. Then decision making. We pamper so much our child that they always lack that quality of making decisions because we overpower them. We say, no, no, this is not right at your age. Who are you to make decision? You have to go to this class. You have to go to this class. And you have to take up this course. No, nothing doing. Let your friend do. You cannot do. In our family, all did only this. So we are, over burdening them. We are so much of putting on them that they don't have a feeling, a power to take decisions. So there we need to make a watch. And then choosing friends. Sometimes as a parent, we feel some of the child's friends are not good. They are taking them into the wrong directions. They are encouraging him to take up certain habits which is not good for him. They are teaching him certain bad habits. Right. So these are all other. This is the another problem. Many of the adolescent parents, child's parents feel. Next is choosing the career. Initially they get carried away, like suddenly there is a craze of one kind of job or one kind of profession, everybody runs behind it. So our child also wants to do the same, but my child is not that capable, or he is more capable of doing it. So we have to be very wise and help them and guide them that what is appropriate for them to take up at the appropriate age. Many of our children, mostly at the age of adolescent and young adult, the age from the time of 10 years to 17, 18 years, they get highly influenced by the environment, by their friends. And nowadays, leave environment, leave friends, it is the gadgets, whatever they see. And unfortunately, from past one and even this year, I'm counting second year of it, we have given them gadgets in their hands because we are left with no other choice. Their education, their extracurricular activity, everything has become online. So they need to have gadgets. So they are hands on with it. And Google, the guru of search. So they get influenced by so many things. Before even we think of it, they come to us. Something is outright like this. I want this. My friend, I saw my friend was having it. So they get influenced. Then falling for wrong person. Once they start getting influenced, they start listening to the person who is giving them the pathway to those things to access it. Right. So they start following the person. They take up the habits of it. They always be into like a doll for them. Yes, yes, I would do whatever you say. So they are slowly sliding into the wrong friendships and all. So this is also nowadays a very big problem. The especially faced by girls of adolescence. Adolescent girls face this because this is where they get carried away. The people with very soft heart, kind hearted people and all, they get influenced and get carried away, and they are attracted to wrong person. Next, indulgence into wrong habits. Nowadays, I don't have to count, we all know wrong habits are not just restricted to consuming alcohol or cigarettes. It is like even using abusive words. This is the things like using abusive words, slang words, going to pubs, going to clubs, having another kind of group, nightclubs, and all these things have become so, so common, and that is the lifestyle. So if I have to prove myself like I am happening girl, I need to have all these things. That is what the mindset of nowadays adolescent kids have. So it has also become a problem and they get indulged to it, they get addicted to it, and everything they falls prey under all the bad things. Next, start hiding from parents. Obviously, when they are doing something wrong, they will start hiding from the parents. And the most common is, I'm going to stay overnight for making notes at my friend's place. I have a project, so I'm going for a stay night. There are genuine students, I don't doubt them, but there are kids who have got influenced. They are already into wrong company and they have developed a bad habits to have that to enjoy their life. Now they have started hiding to their parents. They lie to their parents and they go. So that is again a watch out for the parents. Again, changes in behavior, too much of sleepovers, too much of sudden projects and all. You need to have an eye. And then wrong attractions. Obviously, these days it is not just opposite sex attraction, it is wrong attraction. But again, over there, we need to find out how much genuinity it is there. And then you need to help your child and stay with your child. So now, the big question, what are parents supposed to do? From young age, when you have an infant in your hand, that time infant don't even reply. Still we talk to them. Hi Kanna, what are you doing? You want to eat? You see this? We talk to our child, right? We talk to our infant so much. We know that our infant is not going to reply, but still we talk to them day and night. We talk to them. Why? It is to communicate, to make them understand what we are saying, the connection. And as I've already said, when the child grows, communication from this, it becomes too short. Go there, sit there, don't do, I'm busy. Busy with what? Our mobile phone. Many of the parents I have seen, the child will be left with activities and will be busy in our social world. Stop right away, start talking to your child, have a good communication and use this phase of online and convert it into a beautiful memories. Next, understanding. We have to go to child's level. Something is wrong with the child. If a child will not always try. They will try one or two times, and if they see parent are deaf ears, then they will not come back again. They will find somebody else into their secure zone. They will go to that person and then they will start communicating. So if you want your child to come and talk to you, share with you, you need to understand your child. You need to talk to your child. Give chances to express. Very much essential. You need to give them to express their views, express their feelings, what they are thinking, what is their perspective. We don't have to suppress them always. We don't have to prove being like we are adults, we are grown up, we have seen world. No, give them space, give them little platform to talk, to express themselves. Next, including them in decision making. Let it be a small decisions like, okay, tomorrow we have festival in our house or coming week we have some festival. What shall we do? Take their opinion, give them feeling of being a superior. Yes, their talk matters. There is something for them to share, right? If this happens, they will gain the confidence and they will start making it wisely. So we need to give them the chance. Next, teaching appropriate use of gadgets. Since we are left with no choice, we have to give them gadgets. Till we do child lock, kid lock, whatever, there are very much possibilities of they getting into going to wrong websites and getting attracted. So while giving them, talk to them. See, there are certain things which you are not supposed to see at this age, right? And if it pops up or if your friend talks about it, just don't get over it. It is not for your age. It is not appropriate for your age. We are not supposed to do this. That's it. If you say, no, Pathakudati, don't see, don't you ever watch. First thing they will do, they will open that. So why we are saying no? Make it clear. Definitely they will not open it. They'll have the trust with us. Okay, when I'm supposed to watch, my parent is going to let me watch. We can say, when your age comes, we both will watch together. Don't worry. But right now it is not good. And it's like restricting from watching certain things and even like appropriate use in age. Like I mean to say timings also, because obviously their eyes, affects them mentally, psychologically. There are so many side effects for overuse of gadgets. So we need to teach them. It is only for your classes. Once it is done, please don't go back to gadgets. Have some your time, play games, do whatever you want, but restrict yourself only to studies with the gadgets. In such a way, you have to even let them know the timings. Next, teaching to use money wisely. Most essential thing. We give our children at very young age, every month we give them pocket money, right? Let it be minimal. But do we teach them how they are supposed to use it and where? If we are doing very good, if not, start right away. You can ask them to save, or you can say, if anything you want to buy, let me know. If you we can do it from your pocket money, from your saved money. So behind everything, it is what mainly it is talking and communicating. Encouraging them to make decisions. Sometimes if it is a very small thing you need to make decision, like, then you can give it on them. Like there is a parent or your anniversary coming. Parent anniversary is coming, parents anniversary. So you can tell your child, I want you to organize it. Do whatever you want. I will give you this much money. Let them decide. Whatever it is, accept it, encourage them, and see how they will become little independent on their decisions, right? They will have confidence on them. They will know where I'm supposed to do what. Teaching them to take responsibilities of their decisions. Again, very much essential. Right away from the age of teen. I can say toddler, but they will not understand. So let us keep the age group of 5 and above. The smallest thing, the child has used his entire pencil in one day. Instead of shouting, before giving it, you have to say, this is the one pencil and I want you to at least use it for 2 3 days. And in any case, child has used entire pencil, ask what happened, why why did you use it? I told you you have to at least use it for 3 days, right? Now you're like, I don't know, this happened, everything. But okay, fine. Still you need to ask them. If they are taking a responsibility, no, mama, I had so much to write, or the lead was not good, the quality of pencil was not good, that made me to keep repeatedly doing it. I'm sorry. From next time, I'll be careful. That is it. The child is feel responsible. Yeah, he is giving you the explanation. Right. Next, building trust and motivating them. Sorry. So it is very much essential. Why do we wait for a child to go to somebody else and then we suddenly realize, oh, why my child is getting so close to that person, to the friend or friend's parents and not to me? Don't wait for things to happen till end, right? From the young age. Why again that infant, right? We being so close to infant, we keep talking to it because we need to have the trust bonding with our child. Same thing when a child grows, and even if they become adult, even today as an adult, we look upon our parents, right? We need that trust bonding. If we are deciding something, we are moving ahead in our career, or we are doing anything, we look on them. They have to have trust on us, right? They motivate us. We go to them with their problems. Same thing is for our children. Now, there are few activities which I have segregated as per the age groups, which a parent can start immediately. These are very basic. If you read, you will say, yeah, happening. The question over here, it is not just happening. It is, am I doing and how much I am doing. It is not giving the knowledge of how to be a parent and how to be a good parent. No. My webinar is mainly based on, we all know as a parent, this and all are very common activities, but how far we are doing with them. That is only the question. So I'm just bringing back your memories if you have lost, if you are not doing, that there are certain activities which are very common. We might be doing, we might be not doing, or we used to do, but right now it is need of an hour. To have a good relationship with your children, you need to have certain activities. You have to have a certain timetable with your child, a schedule to be made. If you're doing it well enough, if you're not doing it, start right away. So it is with toddlers, that is right after 2 years. So reading, coloring along, a most common thing, right? But why reading? Child will not read, right? Who said? they can recognize the symbols, right? When we show them all symbols and all, they keep repeatedly looking at why the toys have certain shapes and concepts, colors and all. We tell them red color, apple, everything, right? Same thing. So you need to take a good book, bold letter words, a short story with nice pictures and all, hold it with your child and read it. It's okay. And main thing, you have to finger on it. Always keep a finger when you're reading it. The same thing your child will incalculate and he will start doing the same thing. He will follow the same thing. And you will, in 6 months or 1 year's time, your child will also be reading along with you. Coloring. Let them color anything. But if you don't want your walls to be spoiled, give them a pad. You sit with it. You start doing it. One day they will see what my mommy or daddy is doing. It's okay. Give them the crayon, give them the floor, give them the mat. You also sit and do. So, likewise, you're teaching them, you're not ordering them or commanding them. They are looking at you, right? Children observe and they learn from the parents. So, we are supposed to do the activities what we want a child to do. And rapport building. Never, never, never forget to have that rapport. It is not just when the child is grown up, when he has become 2 years, a duty is done. Give it to babysitters and move out. I know certain parents, they have difficulties, they need to work, but still, you have 8 hours, right? When you are at home, have some kind of rapport with your child. Next, teen, 5 to 8 years. Play lots of games. Right now, they are home, you are home, refresh yourself and play lots of indoors and outdoors games. Make friendship with your child's friend. When your child's friend come, don't ever compare your child. Don't ever, try to push your child down comparing with their friends. You sit with their child and their friends, make friendship, talk to them, play along. Your child will feel more happy. They will not feel insecure. They will not, start avoiding you. Others we have seen where the friends come in, child clearly says, Mama, you go out of the room. I want to play. I don't want you to stay here. Don't do that. Initial stage only, you become friends with your child's friend. Then, if possible, occasionally take your child to your workplace. Let them see how stressful your day is. When you come back home, why you are so drained, how much activity you do in workplace. If possible, occasionally take your child. Next is adolescence, 9 to 16 years. Hanging out with your child together. It's most essential. It's not restricted to any place. Choose your place, choose your child's place once in a week, once in a month, once in 2 weeks. Go along with them. You take them along. Don't have something secrecy. Please try if you can. Don't do. If you are open to your child will be open to you. Going for adventurous trips, because nowadays, like out of 10, 8 children would like to go for adventurous trips. They like to want to have so many stories to be shared, right? So if possible, not right away, but whenever you get a time, at least in your apartment or in your house, climbing a window or half a tree or anything, whatever it is possible, you can do. Talking freely about opposite sex attraction. At this age, it is very, very much essential. Before they get attracted, before they get any kind of information from wrong source, be open. Because when there is changes in the hormones, in physical appearance, in psychological things, children are tend to get attracted and they will shy. They will not say, I'm not supposed to talk about this to my parents. And they will have secret things, right? If you don't want that to happen, talk to them. It is okay if you're feeling attracted to your classmate or certain things. It is very common at this age, but teach them what is age appropriate, what at that age they are supposed to do. We can tell them right now your focus should be on studies. This is not your focus. If you get in the like get attracted, slowly you will lose your interest in studies, which is not good for us. We have to build a career. We have to set certain example in our life, right? Once you get distracted, for that you have life. After 18 years, once you have chosen a career, once you are on that pathway, you have done something in your life, you have time. That time you can do. You can have affair, you can have boyfriend, girlfriend, nothing wrong in it, but not right away. So you can talk to them, sharing about our own life experience. The best, instead of talking about other things, children start feeling that we are comparing. So it's better to talk about ourselves because we have been through that age. If we have made certain mistakes, if we have taken certain wrong decisions, what changes we brought, how far we came, our struggles, we have to talk to our children. That will give them more courage. Okay, sir. So I've almost covered the things what I had jotted down for the webinar, sir.
Salim sir, over to you for Q&A session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sujal ma'am. So it was a very good, nice
Nice.
about the correcting of next generation. So it is a nice topic and a need topic, and we covered whatever we are doing in the houses and in our society. So that is different, but what are the points you told is very different, and it is very good learning, like problem faced by the parents and actuality with the child, all those things. So we will go for the question session. Participant, you can kindly unmute yourself and you can ask the question to the resource person directly, or you can put your content in the chat box so we can able to read it.
Sir, before going to Q&A, I would like to say my feedback for today's session here.
Yes, sir.
It is an amazing, I can connect with that all the points. It is an experiential sharing. And input for the parenting also very, very useful. And I can connect with myself what are the mistakes I'm doing in my home and which were pointed out in today's presentation. Thank you so much for lovely and lively presentations you have done today. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And dear participant, if you have any compliment for today's presentation or if you have any questions related to that parenting, you can unmute yourself, and she is the right person who has done a mini program on that. If you have that questions, you can come up with that.
First of all, thank you, madam. Thank you very much. You are given a very nice teaching about the parenting. Actually, we are all parents. Okay, as our sir told, we are all parents. We have done so many mistakes. Okay, actually, it is a court in front of you. We can admit also. Okay, but it's fine. Anyway, we are very happy. Can you please explain, ma'am, the 4 stages you had told? Now, that age means the adolescence periods, and you because you means continuously gone. So can you please that the age period exactly?
Yes. So it is like divided into infancy, toddler,
Okay.
teens, adolescents, young adults, and adults.
Okay.
Infancy is 1 year old child.
Okay.
2 to 5 comes under teens.
Okay.
5 to 8 comes under, sorry, 2 to 5 is toddlers.
Okay.
5 to 8 is teen.
Okay.
9 to 16 is adolescence. Earlier it was 14 to 18, but now as per the things happening around the DSM, what we follow, they have brought it down to 9 years. So 9 to 16 is adolescence. 17,
Okay.
18, we call it as young adult, or it can be adolescent only. And 18 and above is an adult.
18 and above is adolescent. Okay.
Adult.
Okay. Okay. Suppose one more doubt as a parent. Okay. Psychology, I'm interested also in this one. So suppose if we cannot fulfill whatever the parenting means responsibility in particular means a particular area, okay, like adolescence periods or before that also. So in the next level to make it, what will be the next effective movement as a parent?
So it is like whenever we realize that we have missed something, we cannot, go through that period and change. But right away, if we have realized, we can start bringing the changes. And the very first thing is better to start with confession. You can talk to your child, you can confess to your child, because that itself will open the gateway between you and your child. Confess it. At that age, I was supposed to talk to you but I couldn't. I'm sorry, but right now I want to talk to you about it. Or something is missed, I want to, rectify it. That's all. Talk to you. See, most of our parents' issues will get solved when we talk to a child. When we will open from our end, a child will start opening from their side. and lots of things,
Okay.
lots of confusions, misunderstandings will right away get solved. Yes.
Okay,
sir.
suppose
No, ma'am.
if there is anything means accumulated in their subconscious mind also after certain, so it
I cannot hear your whole question.
means confessing everything, so the child can forget it, whatever is happened.
Yes, it will not. It will see when you accept and the things are cleared. Then obviously,
Yeah.
even we forget, right? We don't carry forward. When certain things, certain misunderstandings are cleared, the things get over there itself. Only when it's not been cleared out, we keep thinking about it and it comes back to our memory. When everything is clear, it's over. That's all. So it will not be carried forward.
Okay. Okay.
Hello?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Sejal ma'am, hi, Lakshmi here.
Hi. Hello, ma'am.
Huh. I had one question actually. The thing is,
Okay.
when we teach our kids to be confident, to be in a bright future, we talk in joint family. There are people around us who can discourage them. No, you shouldn't do this. So with all these things, the kids may have low self-esteem.
Mhm.
So how to deal such situation?
In that way, ma'am, if you feel, I mean, if that thing is going on, when you have your time with your child, right? Mostly at the night, children come back to us, to mothers. That is the place where you can talk to your child. You can give them the clear pathway. You cannot directly say, don't listen to that person, because as a family, we cannot, bring out hatred towards each other. So, in a way, you have to keep it like in a nice way to your child, that your child will feel, no, my mama knows much better than me. They might listen to that person, but they will always follow what you say. So here it is the way how we communicate to a child. It is like, you can, whatever you want to say, don't say directly. You can say it as your own experience and then see how I did this went wrong. But then when I immediately listened to my mom, I came to know and I got the perfect thing what I wanted. I chose the perfect thing. Otherwise, everybody were confusing. And my people, I cannot tell them no. But I was listening to everybody. But I only did what my mother wanted and see what I got. What I wanted, actually, my mother knows. Like in such a way, you can tell them that they will have confidence. Okay, ultimately, my mother is thinking best for me. So it is like we have to talk to them and we have to see what we are inculcating, what we are feeding to their brains also. Like neither way you are going to teach them to disrespect what others are saying. Okay, he has to listen everybody, but he should have trust in you, and you are going to be the best decider for your child. Such a way you can talk to your child.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. But I would expect one small example. Just for example, in case if this is the situation, I'm having a girl baby. So
Okay.
family members are saying, no, girls can't do this, girls shouldn't do this. And but I am encouraging her in sports activities or any other activities which it's not gender based. Anyone
Okay.
can do that. So
Yes.
how the baby will get means the kid will get confidence in such kind of situation that it will do it confidently, that activity will be done by it confidently.
Confidently. Yes. Ma'am, for that reason, when you're doing something against everybody, like without a support, you need to firstly be very strong, whatever you're decided for your child. And you have to see to it, because once the barrier has created, everywhere you will have problems for you and your child. But you need to, out of box, you need to support your child. And if your child is really interested to do the things, if she doesn't have the mind set up, okay, no, as a girl, I am not supposed to do, you might be encouraging, but from her side also you need to make her confident and you have to bring her out. Like if you're taking her for certain kind of classes or anything or sport events, you be ready with the bag. If thing I would like to say, if you have not seen, there is a Saina Nehwal's movie right now in Prime. actually a good for a mothers to see how to bring out confidence in the child, girl child especially. So like that, you have to be backbone of your child. You have to encourage. If she really wants, you need to be very strong. And at a point, she might also say, no, no, mama, I cannot do it. Everybody is like not supporting us. You're also doing so much for me, but even you can't do. Situations will come, ma'am, but you need to be very strong. You have to show her. Come may what, I'm going to stand by you. And you have to do. You really want to do for me. And see, definitely the confidence will boost in your child.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Participant, any other questions, please? Ma'am, myself, I want to ask one question.
Yes, sir.
See, in life flows, one time we were the child and now we are the parent. The life is going on. There is a big and that gap of like what I can say during the transition. There's a gender gap now.
Okay.
So how to fulfill or how to cope up with the gender gap, ma'am? In general, some tips or something. You can give some tips.
Yeah,
Because-
sir. Like, yes, sir. Understood. Gender gap, like father, daughter, son, mother, something like that? Or generation gap you're talking about, age gap, sir?
Both. Yes, ma'am. You are right. Both aspects you can give.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, both. So, as in that case, that's what I said initially, sir. We need to always start, starting with like, okay, I missed out that time. If you are you have a genuine reason why you missed out. Like most of us will be, only working so that we can give better life for our children. We'll be behind our work. We'll be full time out earning so that we can give the best life to our child. So that is the phase where we miss out time with our children. That is very much common in almost all our parent case. So once now you are feeling you have a time, sit with your child. There will be difference. Initially, if you think today I'm talking to my son or daughter and she has to immediately revert to me, not possible, because at certain time when they required us, we were not available. We would have been genuinely busy and they would have got, see, I need my father now and he is very busy. So things would have happened. They would have got heartbroken. They would have felt hurt. So right now you have to talk to your child. It is okay. That time I know you needed me, but genuinely I was held up. I'm so sorry. But right now we have a time. Can you excuse your father and can we make it up? Now I'm ready to spend time with you. I want to know more about you. I want you to talk to me. I want whatever your wishes. In a way you want to get connected to your child. You always need to sit and talk, and that will not happen in one session. First day your child will literally ignore and go away. Then later the child will start finding excuses not to sit and spend time with you, but that is okay. Just think, even when they needed me, I was not around. So maybe when I want to talk to my child, they are ignoring me. That is okay, but you keep showing your affection, keep taking out time for them, get involved in yourself, and then see, definitely slowly your child will definitely look back to you. There will be opening in your relationship. You will get the gap where you can talk to your child, you can clear all your misunderstandings, and you can come closer. It's always with soft hearted, accepting your mistakes, and being available. That's all. So we cannot sit and, that time I did not spend. Now what you want, tell me. Obviously, they'll go more away. So it is only bringing it love and affection, trying to build the rapport, and never talk to your child regarding their friends or their choices. Because they'll say, as soon as I'll get connected to my parents, they'll start putting their own choices and every likings on me. Please don't do that. Appreciate what they have. And if you find that it is a red flag for your child, start gathering the proof, because unless and until you show your child, see this danger the person is having, please be away, then slowly they will start trusting you. So it is only like, creating occasions, creating chances, grabbing the chances, and then getting closer to your children.
Thank you, ma'am. Nice, wonderful explanation. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Any other participant? Ma'am, I can see a lot of positive feedbacks in the chat box.
Yes.
So the people got new knowledge sharing, knowledge transfer in the session, today's session, because everybody knows they are doing the mistake as a parent, but they couldn't recognize that what the mistakes they are doing actually. So today you are brought out that mistakes. So everybody will understand, okay, this is a mistake, we should not repeat it again. So this is the wonderful of the today's session actually. So thank you, ma'am. So we'll go for the vote of thanks. So it was a nice
Yes,
session, and kindly accept our gratitude on the
Thank
webinar
you.
session organizers like Madurai American College Madurai and MS Chellamanthi Institute Madurai, Red Pond Educational Secondary Research Center Madurai, and Yellow Pond Technical Counseling Center Madurai, and Madras School of Social Work Chennai, and Tamil Nadu Career Council Association and Tamil Nadu Counseling Psychotherapy Association. Thank you very much, ma'am. So thanks for your
Hello. One query has been put on the chat. Can you please check that, please?
yeah, this we can key as
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Good evening.
That was really a valuable speech given by you. That too, at the start of the academic year, we really missed this, and we have cleared all our doubts. Therefore, I would say, I would place a small request stating that it would be better if you could conduct many more sessions like this, which will really highlight and make us to, refresh ourselves from our day-to-day work and engage more time for the kids. So would be really happy for that. If you could proceed with some more sessions like this, we'll be really grateful to you. And thanks for the society which we have organized all this in a wonderful way. It's really an eye-opener for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah.
So there is one question in chat box. Mr. Bharat sir has asked regarding the 7-year child. 7-year child is not willing to accept what is being explained. Feedback answer does not how to answer. Okay, sir. So 7-year child is actually into his teens, right? And he would have he'll be an first or second standard, right? So there, the child, how the child is, if Bharat sir can answer me, it would be like, interaction session. Otherwise, I will just give you the upper idea. There are many chances the child would have been, wanted to express something and which was not being listened to. So now he has taken the other part of it. Now he has started expressing angrily, because that is where you listen to him, you look at him. What things went wrong, from what age he started behaving like this, you have to sit and you have to find it out. Particularly, something would have had happened, definitely. And after that incident, the child would have started behaving aggressively. And there might be another point where the child is little hyperactive and he needs lots of stimulations and lots of activities around. So if you might be restricting your child to certain level, not giving him freedom to, freely move around, then he might get angry. So you need to properly find it out. And still, if you have any kind of issue, you can definitely, consult a psychologist or a counselor. A small kind of assessment would help you, so that we can give you a better, clear vision, like what exactly has to be done and how your child needs to be helped. The age is okay. At this age, we need to find it out, because if he's too hyperactive and if he's very angry or certain things, what it is, making him to do all this is express it out angrily. We need to find it out and work on it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for your clear-cut explanation for all the questions. I think all are happy with your answers. So thank you so much, ma'am. So
Thank you so much.
participant, we will have yet another wonderful session tomorrow. Until then, goodbye. See you. Thank you. Thank you, participant. Thank you, ma'am.